and welcome back to me just talking. So, first and foremost, obviously, Resident Evil Village has come out. So, since I am now an editor for AW Rebels, if you guys didn't know, I edit it for AW Rebels. I wanted to try to make sure I knocked out Resident Evil Village as quickly as I could, and I streamed it over on Twitch. And I've started putting some of the streams up on YouTube. There will be a full playthrough of Resident Evil Village up on YouTube. So if you guys want to see that, go check it out. But with that being said, I'm cutting it a little bit because the the length of the streams and the length of the game, it's too short to leave at like hour-ish increments, but it's too long to do like half-hour increments, if that makes sense. I don't know, that probably doesn't make sense, but in my mind it makes sense. um so I'm usually doing about half of a stream per video, which is roughly about 3.5 to 4 hours. So I cut out some of the nonsensical stuff. Like if I'm wandering around just finding stuff, I'm gonna cut it out and just show me getting everything. um or like if someone redeems, give the treats, give treats to the cats, then I cut that part out. So like the 3.5 4 hour streams end up becoming like three and a quarter. And so some episodes are a little bit longer, but they're usually about an hour and a half long, which is about what I want them to be. um I am playing it on hardcore, if you didn't see, and that's the hardest difficulty that was available to me at the time. I've been told that there's now a Shadow of the Village difficulty or something like that. I will not be doing that. Even though I know what I'm doing in the game and stuff like that, I want to play through it once, and I might go back and play through it on my own in my spare time. But as far as like content goes, it's gonna be the hardcore difficulty. Um, and so that's like first and foremost, biggest thing. You guys will be able to do all of that. So then next, obviously this week, or this past week, the videos were a little. Resident Evil is gonna be coming out every day until the conclusion of the game, but also in addition to normal content. But last week's videos were kind of meh, and they weren't doing too great because I got my second COVID shot and it kicked my ass. I'm a little jealous. Dragon had no side effects. Like, she had an upset stomach and a headache and she was tired. That was it. Me, I was fighting a low grade fever. I had a migraine. I was exhausted. Like, I just wanted to sleep. I slept so fucking long. Like, it was so bad. I was getting hot and cold flashes. I had no appetite. It was terrible. But, it only lasted about 2, maybe 3 days and it went away, which is good. So I'm all for that. I am now fully safe, and I'm still gonna be wearing a mask. I'm still gonna be social distancing and stuff like that because the vaccine makes you like 98% resistive to it, but there's always that 2%, and I've always been a 2% kind of guy. So um, I may be coming out with a new merch line. That's it's gonna be a shirt that says something along the lines like vaccinated and wearing a shot. What's your excuse? Because I see people, oh, I'm vaccinated, so I don't have to wear a mask. Like, no, that's not how that fucking works. So, uh, you know, I'm gonna continue being safe. I'm gonna continue being thoughtful of others, and we'll go from there. But my content last week was a little shaky due to that. We're gonna get back on track. For Resident Evil Village, I've started to do it. I'm gonna be having a different little editing ordeal. I'm gonna try to be putting in like a little bit of a ooh ah moment at the beginning of a video to try to see if that affects the viewer count, or not the viewer count, but the view duration. We've actually been having really good view duration recently, so thank you guys for that. Most of you are watching videos for long periods of time, maybe not the whole video if it's a super long one like Resident Evil Village, but long periods of time, which is great. And I really appreciate that, because if you guys didn't know, the analytics is very heavily based on view time and not views total. So the more that you guys watch, so if you put on a video and you watch 80% of the video, that 80% looks better than getting 80 views of 1% of the video. So that's why I've kind of started tailoring the content a little bit more. The retro stuff seems to be something that you guys are really enjoying. Skyrim being retro, you guys have been really enjoying Skyrim. Resident Evil Village has been doing pretty good. Outriders has not done that great. It's been a little on the low side for views and view time. Uh, as far as like what the others were averaging, Outriders was significantly behind a punch. So Outriders and the Dead by Daylight with the Dixper stuff will kind of be intermittent, kind of like fillers to kind of fill in some gaps if I don't have any videos for that day. Um, I think the hype for Outriders kind of died down, and I think the many bugs that it's been having, I went to go jump back into it the other day, and I went on Twitter to see if there was any issues with it, and they were saying they were fixing another major bug, like major bug. And it's like, I get it. I do. It's very hard to not have bugs like that, but they've been chasing the same line of bugs since release, and that tells me that there's something more deep rooted with the issue. You guys did say the story was really good and it's really worth doing. I might play it on my own. I might play it in my spare time, just not for videos, or maybe I'll play it on Twitch and not put it up on YouTube or something. But yeah, I'm a little cautious and hesitant of it right now because of how the developers are always chasing after a bug. Like it's never been, let's focus on the next installment of the content. Let's focus on trying to, bring out a nice update. It's always been bug fix after bug fix after bug fix. And it would be different if it was like a small like little graphical error, or a typo in the subtitles, whatever, like some of the other games have. But for this game, that's really big ones, like the servers go down. They don't have a solo server. You can't just play it solo if you don't have internet, which I'm not a fan of. um if the or the one they had completely wiped players' inventories. This recent one, players were, I think it was like they weren't leveling or scaling properly, or something was wrong, and then some areas are like overrun with bugs, and some areas are completely perfectly fine. I don't know. I've just been kind of hesitant with it, I guess. So, um, with that being said, we'll see what happens with Outriders. I will be returning to Dead by Daylight in a more full sense. I'm gonna have a lot of people have been watching the DBD beginner nurse tutorial. I'm gonna be making some videos whenever the Resident Evil chapter comes out in Dead by Daylight. Should be announced here who the killer is in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and then I have 1,000,000 blood points saved up. I'm gonna dump 1,000,000 blood points into the killer, um, and then I'm going to try to get a Mori, show the Mori, and then I'm also gonna try to figure out what kind of good build would be, and some basics on how to play the killer from what I understand over the first little bit of time that I play the killer. And so we'll go from there. We'll see what happens from there. I'm still working on what other like how-to videos to do. I don't really know. I had the suggestion for like MOBAs, but MOBAs, the meta is always changing, and I don't think I'd be able to consistently keep up with the metas for MOBAs while also keeping up with my other content. So I don't think I'd be able to do MOBAs anytime soon. But who knows? We'll see. But anyway, I've been rambling on for too long as it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Go out, do something nice for somebody today. We are gonna be seeing the conclusion of Dark Cloud and Resident Evil Village here this month. Uh, Probably very soon. So be hyped up and excited for what I have planned next. And yeah, I will see all of you guys next time. Bye, guys!